Come on, people.
Steph, last night Steve Kerr said that Draymond was like a wrecking ball, just messing up everything that Portland was trying to do. When you look at Draymond, do you see maybe something big picture here, like the seriousness that he takes the playoffs, the work he does to prepare for playoffs, the weight that he lost? Is all of this like the fruits of his labor?
For sure, if you come with the right intentions and, you know, professionalism in terms of, we know we've been through a lot in the last 5 years and a lot of games, and it's hard for everybody to keep that edge, but we know how important this time of year is and the opportunity that we have, and everybody's on down the line taking advantage of, or taking the right perspective in terms of being at their prime for this time of year. And it's obviously paying off. We got more work to do, but, you know, everybody's stepping up and Draymond leading that charge.
But Steph, a lot of players elevate, and we've seen Draymond with triple doubles before. But this stretch has a different feel about it with what he's doing. I mean, is there something that you notice as well, something that you sense is different about how he's getting his triple doubles and what he's doing out there?
I mean, honestly, with K going out, like it requires another level of just intensity, and it's a lot of production that you're missing. And so for us to be able to create, you know, good offense, Draymond included, where he's, you know, getting rebounds, pushing transition, finishing at the rim, finding the open guy wherever he is on the floor, trying to create open shots that way, and then defensively taking on that challenge, because a lot of us talked about KD's offense, but his defense as well, and his length and his presence out there. Draymond's trying to, you know, compensate for that too. So he's just taking on the challenge, and we talk about every playoff run. Every year is going to be different. There's different challenges thrown at you, and it's how you respond and you know, react to those that help you have this level of consistency, chasing, you know, finals appearances and championships. And we take pride in that. You can see it on Draymond's face, and he takes pride in it too.
Steph, Andre is game 4. How do you, with his importance, how do you kind of overcome that if he is out and try to close out the series?
The same mentality, you know, where injuries are a part of the game, but we have guys that are capable, can step up. Probably will require Alfonso having some more minutes, you know, Jonas, JB playing, you know, solid basketball like he did last night. So we'll adapt if we need to. Tomorrow's a big opportunity for us to, you know, obviously close out the series, get back to the finals, and take advantage of the little break to get healthy, get bodies refreshed, and understanding how difficult it's going to be to win a championship.
How have you guys been able to slow down overcome those injuries throughout the playoffs and moving into the season?
You said what?
How have you guys have lost Boogie, lost Kevin, how have you been able to overcome that this postseason?
We've been guys that are on the floor, know how to play, know how to win, know how to make winning plays, aren't afraid of anything. And, you know, over the course of the regular season, we talked about everybody was going to have an opportunity to impact, you know, us winning a championship, and this series has been a true testament to that for sure. So that's not just talk. We don't just throw out that, you know, strength of numbers situation. Talk about no matter what the performance or the numbers were about our bench all year and this and that, and the talk, like, you make winning plays and you go out there and you produce when you're out there on the floor, and that confidence is contagious. So. Feed off each other's energy, and it's been great.
How have you guys been able to slow down Lillard?
I mean, honestly, it takes all 5 guys. He's an amazing scorer, amazing talent, him and CJ. And you know, you look at the film of our defense, we're very aggressive, trying to make them play in the crowd, and you know, they still can make tough shots, and you can live with it, but can't let them be comfortable out there. And it's not just one guy. I know Clay loves that challenge, Draymond loves that challenge, Andre as well. But we came into the series talking about, you know, 5 guys on the string, and we've executed that pretty well. You know, we want to do better in the first half tomorrow, so we don't have to have, you know, another second half comeback. But just playing with energy and discipline, just trying to make everything tough on him.
Hey, Steph, to your point about the now, because you have more than a week to rest before the finals, how did you see that play out earlier rounds where you had the quick turnaround between Clippers and Rockets, and then was able to get rest after Game 6 against Houston? In terms of how you guys adjusted in different scenarios.
I guess we've been able to do both. Like, I don't know if one is better than the other. Obviously, if you want to rest and get healthy, that's a priority. But whether you're coming off less than 48-hour turnaround between Clippers and Houston, or 3 days between Houston and Portland, you just show up ready to play. Like, whatever the situation is, whatever you need to get your body ready. And talking about game plans and game ones, usually feeling our processes anyway. So we've seen a little bit of everything these last 5 years. So kind of rely on experience too. What helps.
What's the community you and Seth during the game and even in between games?
Not much in between games. Usually we talk about basketball, so there's not much to talk about right now. There's not much he can share or I can about what's going on in our heads, but our families are enjoying it. On the court, there's talk back and forth all the time, either with him and me or him and my teammates, and it is what it is. But again, when you're out there playing, you just compete and hoop, and then we'll talk about the full experience afterwards.
What do you think of the back and forth he and Draymond were on?
He always be doing that. So. Nothing new.
Steph, one of the highlights of the storyline of this series is definitely you and your brother. But I think the time you're spending with Clay is probably more than Seth for over those years. Describe your relationship with Clay over the years. Any change?
We've always pushed each other on the court in terms of understanding how great of a backcourt we could be, and we've obviously individually gotten better, but being able to work off each other, elevate our games and the games that matter. Just enjoying playing on this level. So, very comfortable, very inspired by what he does on a nightly basis, and we want to continue to push as long as we're playing together to do something historic, and we're on that track for sure.
Do you think you know him 100% at this point?
Only God knows it.
Your sort of brother rivalry. Do you feel sort of proud of what he's doing in the series, even though I know you're trying to beat him, but in a certain back of your mind, are you proud of the way Seth is playing?
Last one, by the way.
Well, I'm always proud. You can't turn that off at all. But I've always talked about it just in terms of his journey to get to this point. And missing all last year with an injury, and turn around playing in the Western Conference Finals. That's unbelievable. So yeah, I can separate that for sure. Do I like beating him? Yeah. They say the same thing about me. So yeah, we have another opportunity on Monday to close it out. But he's obviously set up for an amazing NBA career. I know whether it's Portland or another team next summer, this coming summer, looking to add him to the roster, it's a smart move for sure.
Great, thank you, appreciate that. Got to get Draymond in here.
Hey, Steph.
You got ones here.
You gotta keep the white people.
On that new project?
Meanwhile, you got.
Hold on, Dwight.